Hello folks, welcome to the lease deals of the month for May 2024. Loads of amazing deals in this one. We've got a good selection of internal combustion engine cars to start off with, some really cheap stuff, some good premium stuff. We then move on to one of the best selection of EVs I think we've had in one of these videos. All the deals are based on 3 months up front, 3-year deals on 10,000 miles a year. Please give the video a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so. And don't forget, if you'd like to book a call with me, just go onto my website, notaguru.co.uk. You can book in a time that suits you and we can have a little chat. Right, let's crack on. So kicking it off this month with the Fiat 500 1 litre mild hybrid red, 195 quid a month and just under 600 quid up front. 13.8 seconds to 62, little city car, what do you expect? 54 mpg, 70 horsepower, 185 litres of boot space. Insurance group 9, which is pretty key at the moment. It's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. This time last year, 287 quid a month. At its peak in July at £299 a month. Currently £195.70 per month. Peugeot 208 is next. 1.2 PureTech 100 Allure Premium E88 automatic, 10.8 seconds to 62, 311 litres of boot space, insurance group 20, 50 mpg. The best looking small car on the road at the moment, right until that new Renault 5 comes out. This time last year, 369 quid, on average 345 quid, currently 229. Yes, please, I'll have some of that. The upfront payment on it is 689 quid. 229 a month is exceptional value for money for this little car. They're very popular, very good little cars. You can't go far wrong at that price, folks. And don't forget, my link to Lease Locos in the video description and pinned as a top comment. Please use it. I can't do this without it. Nissan Juke 1 litre Dig T 114N connector is next. 239 quid a month with an upfront payment of 718. 10.7 seconds to 62, 48.7 mpg, insurance group 13 and 422 litres of boot space. This time last year, 268 quid a month. The average on it has been more or less that, 267, currently 239 for a little 1 litre Duke. It's the pick of the bunch as far as I'm concerned. It's far better than that e-power hybrid system, which is just not that great in practice. So if you're after a Duke, this is the one to go for. Peugeot 2008 is next. 1.2 PureTech 130 Allure, 256 quid a month, 257 actually, bar a penny, 770 quid up front, 9.7 seconds to 62, insurance group 16, 434 litres of boot space, 131 horsepower. And just look at this. Back in June, this was £451 a month. At its peak, £467 a month. Currently, £256.99. The average on it's been 334 quid a month. This is cracking value at the moment on what is a very good, quite stylish and really quite spacious little car. 434 litres of boot space is not to be sniffed at on a car of this size. Next, we've got the Kia Proceed shooting brake. Not an exceptional price, but I have to throw one of these in as often as I can because they're just such exceptional value. The upfront price on it is 772 quid. It's 257 quid a month. That gets you nearly 600 litres of boot space, 9.7 seconds to 62, 48 mpg. I mean, it's just a cracking bit of value. Average on it, 261 quid. So, as I said, bang average price. Really good value car. Nissan Qashqai is next. The 1.3 Dig T mild hybrid Accenta Premium. 255 quid a month for a Qashqai. That's bananas. 10.2 seconds to 62, 140 horsepower, 504 litres of boot space, and insurance group 12. If we look at the upfront, it's 767, so it's not costing you the earth there. And then the average on it's been £286 a month. At its peak, £309 a month. Currently 255. The Focus is still a very popular car in this country. This one's in stock. It is a decent trim level, and I thought it worth throwing into this video for you. £267 a month with 803 up front. This is a mild hybrid ST line edition, so that's a really decent trim level on the Ford. 1 litre EcoBoost, 10.2 seconds to 62, 50 mpg, insurance group 15. It's around about 400 litres of boot space, although it's not listed on here. On average, it's been £291 a month. Back in September, it was £420 a month. Even a couple of weeks ago, it was £281 a month. Currently, £267. Now, this is a car that lots of people watching my videos have ordered because it's just been exceptional value lately. This is the 1.2 PureTech GT version of the Peugeot 408 with the EAT automatic gearbox. £323 a month, and the upfront payment on it is £971. Still exceptional value, this car. It really is. 10.4 seconds to 62, insurance group 21, 536 litres of boot space, 131 brake horsepower. That is a nice looking piece of kit. I know several people have ordered it, and I'm sure several more will. Very good car. £323 a month really is a great price for that. If you want to go a little bit more premium with your badge, you've got an Audi A3 Sportback here. This is the 40 TFSI eSport S-Tronic. This one is the plug-in hybrid version. 0 to 62 in 7.6 seconds, 204 horsepower, insurance group 24, 256 mpg, and 280 litres of boot space. Basically, that hybrid technology takes just over 100 litres of boot space away from the standard car, so you have a much higher boot floor. So that's just something to bear in mind if you did go for the plug-in hybrid. Same's true in quite a lot of plug-in hybrid cars, to be fair. £417 a month with an upfront payment of £1,253. Average on it's been £440. Back in March last year, it was £481 a month. Currently, this Audi A3 Sportback plug-in hybrid is £417 a month. Now, about 3% of my subscribers have just watched a review of this car on my channel. It's the 2-litre plug-in hybrid Honda CR-V. This car's 54 grand to buy. All right, get your heads around that for a second. And it's brilliant. It really is a very, very good car. £533 a month for a £54,000 car, and £1,600 up front. 9.4 seconds to 62, 353 mpg, 184 horsepower, insurance group 37, 617 litres of boot space. It's been out for about 12 minutes, this car, so back in September, £982 a month. Just a couple of weeks ago, £646 a month, currently £533. This is in stock as well, so this deal will go quickly, folks. And if you're seriously thinking about one of these, go and check out my review. I've done a decent in-depth review on the car, and I really enjoyed it. The great thing with this one as well is, unlike the standard hybrid, you can actually tow 1.5 tons with this plug-in hybrid, and randomly the plug-in hybrid's got a bigger boot than the standard car. It's got a lot going for it. The only thing really that's not going for it is the £54,000 price tag, and a leasing price like this sort of deals with that. Next, we've got the Audi A8 Saloon Quattro Tiptronic. This is a Lambarge luxury thing, £746 a month, and the upfront on it is £2,238. 5.9 seconds to 62 in this big old boat. 40 mpg, 45 is the insurance group, 505 litres of boot space, 286 brake horsepower. Lovely looking thing, and a beautiful car to drive in, or indeed to be driven in. Lovely interior. I mean, look at that. What a thing. This time last year, 747 quid, so it was a £1 difference to what it is now. However, at its peak, 1,047 a month. I mean, that's incredible. The average on it's been 845. It's 100 quid less than that at the moment. And here's one right out of left field, the DS9 Saloon. Certainly the first time we've seen one of these on the channel. 1.6 E-Tense 250 performance line, EAT8. This is, of course, a plug-in hybrid. 8.1 seconds to 62, 250 horsepower, 510 litres of boot space, insurance group 41. And let's look at the pricing on this. I mean, this is absolutely bananas. The average on it's been over £1,000. And back in March last year, it was £1,100 a month. At its peak, £1,260. Currently, £595. This is a zero deposit deal at £595 a month. If we put the deposit on, so the upfront payment then is going to be £1,692. Brings it down to £564 a month. Honestly, folks, I know very little about this car. I've literally put it in this video because in the last week, the price has dropped on it by 600 quid. And I think that's quite a good reason to put it in the lease deals of the month. EC4X 100 kilowatt max, 50 kilowatt hour automatic, 221 miles of range, insurance group 22, 510 litres of boot space, 879 quid down and 293 quid a month. This is half of what it was a couple of months ago, so really not too bad a price by the looks of it. Decent value. Hyundai Kona Electric is next. 190 miles of range, 136 horsepower, insurance group 21, 332 litres of boot space. This is premium trim and £301 a month with an upfront of 903. This time last year, 462 quid a month. On average 390, currently 300. That's a really good saving on what is a very sensible EV. This car's had a bit of a hard time. Johnny Smith absolutely slated this. I'm yet to drive one, but I'm surprised that anything Honda's quite that bad. ENY1 150 kilowatt advanced, 69 kilowatt hour automatic, 366 quid a month. The upfront payment on it is 1,100. 256 miles of range, 204 horsepower, insurance group 40, 344 litres of boot space. Just look at that. In September, it's £885 a month. Average on it's been 659, and it's just dropped from 524 down to 366. All I would say with this is if you're interested, go and test drive one. MG4 X-Power's next. Obviously, I've recently reviewed one of these. 239 miles of range, 435 horsepower, 289 litres of boot space, and 0 to 62 in 3.8 seconds. It's an absolute flying machine. 377 quid a month, and the upfront on it is 1,132, and the average price on it's been 422. Now, everything I said about that Honda ENY1 is true with this Solterra. The deals have been around on these for a little while now, but under 400 quid a month for a Solterra now. With 1,176 up front. If you'd ask me what that car's like for over £800 a month, I'd tell you it's pants. If you ask me what it's like for 400 quid a month, I say that's a pretty decent car. Decent range, decent space, it's well equipped. You could do a hell of a lot worse than one of those. Again, go and try one out for yourself before you sign on the dotted line. This is the all-wheel drive version. 392 quid a month against an average of 686. Next, we've got one of my old favourites, the Ioniq 5. Still brilliant looking things, I think, and lovely things to drive as well. £394 a month, and the upfront is just under 1,200. 238 miles of range, 170 horsepower, insurance group 29, and 527 litres of boot space. The average has been £513 a month. The highest price on one was 763. The lowest price has been 4 quid less than it is now. 394 quid a month for an Ioniq 5 is a corking deal. Another great car next, the Nissan Ariya, 160 kilowatt advance, 466 litres of boot space, insurance group 30, 250 miles of range. And if we look at the average price on that, it's been £601 a month, currently 434. This time last year, it was £719 a month. 434 is the lowest price we've ever seen it on this profile. Again, it's a car that you need to go in and experience. You might think, well, it's just an electric Qashqai. Far from it. It's a very different beast with really quite a different feel, quite a different interior. Go and check one out. Next, we've got the Skoda Enyaq 60 edition, auto suite. They've got all these weird trim levels, suite and lounge and things. 247 miles of range, 179 horsepower, insurance group 25, 585 litres of boot space. I've spoken about the Enyaq enough before, but obviously they're very, very popular. Back in October, it was 739 a month. Average on it's been 565. It was 20 quid cheaper than this back in January, but currently 452 a month, with an upfront price of 1,357. Next, we've got the VW ID4 Life Edition Pro Performance, 325 miles of range. That's the highest range electric vehicle in this video, I think, just about. 204 brake horsepower, insurance group 27, and 543 litres of boot space. 475 quid a month with 1,425 up front. £605 has been the average on it. At its peak, £696 a month. This is the lowest price we've ever seen one at £475 a month. Next, the absolutely brilliant Hyundai Ioniq 6. I told a lie, by the way. This is the highest range in this video. 339 miles of range to be exact. Insurance group 36, 228 brake horsepower. Plenty of boot space. It says N litres of boot space. Over 400 anyway. The rate of charge you can get on one of these is incredible. 800 volt architecture. In terms of charging speeds, right up there with the best in the market, really. £489 a month with an upfront of £1,469. And look at the price history. This time last year, $753 a month. At its peak, $763. Average has been $626, and it's currently $489. That is a brilliant price on a fantastic car. Thanks, by the way, to the people that actually watched my European road trip video that I did with Tom Shorrock. Brilliant feedback on that from the people that watched it. So thanks very much. I'm going to link it again at the end of this one where we took the Ioniq 6 across Europe in the hope that 3 more of you might watch it. Tesla Model Y is next, £502 a month with an upfront of $1,507. We did see this under 500 quid for 10 minutes. It's gone back up, but 502 a month is still a bloody good price on one. 283 miles of range, 347 horsepower, insurance group 46, 1 million litres of boot space. I've got one, can't really say more than that. Now I drive, I don't know, 100 plus cars a year, and I got one of these. So that sort of probably speaks for itself. 566 a month has been the average. At its peak, 694. The lowest price we've ever seen one was a tenner less than this. But obviously we have seen it at nearly 700 quid a month. So at 502 a month, it still looks like a good price to me. And then finally, we've got the Lexus RZ 450e, 230 kilowatt direct 4 automatic premium, 605 quid a month. And the upfront on that one is 1,800. 271 miles of range, 313 brake horsepower. Insurance group 44, 0-62 in 5.6 seconds, and £845 a month has been the average price on that car. At its peak, over £1,000, £1,033 a month. This is the lowest price we've ever seen one at £605 a month, and it's a Lexus. Folks, I've whizzed through that one today. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up. Please use that link to Lease Loco. It really is vitally important that if you're interested in looking at these deals or indeed any others on any other cars, that you click through that link to Lease Loco, because I literally cannot do this without it. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for all the new subscribers. If you're not one yet, make sure you are very, very soon, like now. And please go and check out that video I did with Tom, which is up there somewhere. You'll like it.